I'm Ho-Sik Kim from Goshin University Gospel Hospital and president of the Genetic Kidney Disease Research Group. It is because of God's extra help that I'm able to present at this press conference. I'd like to thank KSN for inviting me and the two professors who chaired it. Today's topic is current initiatives and future directions of the Genetic Kidney Disease Research Group. Let's turn to the background. Genetic diseases are the conditions that patients are born with which affect how the kidneys look and function. Some are caused by just one gene, while others are more complex and involve the different organs. Examples include polycystic kidney disease and Alport syndrome. By understanding these conditions, we can improve how we diagnose, treat, and support the patient in the future. Understanding genetics in CKD helps us get to the root of what's causing the disease. It really improved how we diagnose tricky or early onset cases. Knowing the genetic variation let us predict the outcomes more accurately and even identify who's at risk. And at the end, it helps us move toward more personalized, targeted treatment for our patients. Recent data indicates that approximately 10 to 20% of adults with chronic kidney disease have an underlying genetic cause. Among dialysis patients, 7.4% are affected by genetic kidney disease, including both monogenic and other genetic disorders. Notably, up to 29% of kidney transplant recipients have genetic etiology, highlighting the growing need for genetic evaluation in nephrology practice. Diagnosing genetic kidney disease can be really tough. The symptoms often don't point clearly to the specific cause, and many patients cannot access genetic testing due to cost availability. Some doctors also are not fully trained in genetics, which makes things harder. And if there's no clear family history, it's even more challenging to get the right diagnosis. When the diagnosis of genetic kidney disease is delayed, it can lead to some serious consequences. First, the kidneys functions may decline faster, which could mean needing a dialysis or a transplant sooner. Delays also mean the missing out on treatment that might have showed the disease. Without diagnosis, family members cannot be tested early or get proper counseling, and all this uncertainty put on the heavy emotional toll on patients and their families. That's why early diagnosis really matters. Our research group was launched in 2019 to push forward genetic kidney disease cares in Korea by hosting major symposium in 2022 and 2025. We have built a strong academic root and sparked national collaboration for future breakthrough. In 2022, the Korean Society of Nephrologists Genetic Kidney Disease Research Group held a dedicated symposium at the Seoul National University Children's Hospital, where experts gathered to discuss the clinical application of genetic testing and counseling, significantly advancing academic understanding and collaborative effort in this emerging field. On April 19, 2025, the second symposium of the Genetic Kidney Disease Research Group was held at Goshin University Gospel Hospital. Through 3 focus sessions, experts shared cutting-edge advances in the AI-driven diagnostics, gene editing in Alport syndrome, and gene therapy for Fabry disease, further strengthening Korea's academic leadership in the field of the hereditary kidney disorders. The 2025 symposium featured 3 focus sessions covering cutting-edge topics in genetic kidney disease, including AI-driven diagnostics, CRISPR-based the gene editing for Alport syndrome, and the emerging insight into Fabry disease. Renowned clinicians and researchers shared the latest advanced in precision medicine, fostered multidisciplinary collaboration and future clinical application. This image is the official logo of the Genetic Kidney Disease Research Group. The Genetic Kidney Disease Research Group is dedicated to advancing scientific discovery and clinical innovation in the field of the hereditary kidney disorders. Hereditary kidney diseases are rare, but they deeply impact lives. That's why we are coming together, researchers, doctors, and families, to share knowledge, collaborate, and move the science forward. Or at the Genetic Kidney Disease Research Group, we believe that by working together, we can make a real difference for patients and their loved ones. Let's turn to research initiatives and clinical translation. This study focuses on the current status and the future outlook for Alport syndrome in our country. While this genetic kidney disease is increasingly recognized around the world, there is still limited data from our country. That's why we need more research to understand how often it occurs here, how patients are doing, and how we can improve care moving forward. The need for research on Alport syndrome can be summarized in 4 key points. Alport syndrome is often overlooked as a cause of chronic kidney disease. Many patients don't get the right diagnosis or treatment. In our country, we still don't have a clear picture of how common it is, and that keeps us out of global research effort. Plus, there aren't any national clinical guidelines yet, so there's a real need for the focused research in this area. This chart shows the progress we've made in treating Alport syndrome, starting back in 2023. Early therapy with Lamipril showed real promise in animal models. Over the years, studies compared the medication like losartan, enalapril, and Lamipril, showing benefit in kids too. More recent research linked treatment response to specific genetic mutations, and newer trials like PROTECT highlighted the value of the early ACE inhibitor used to delay the kidney damage. Our research has 3 big goals. First, we are building a nationwide Alport register in Korea and offering genetic testing. Next, we will develop a clinical guideline that reflect Korean data and experience. And finally, we aim to standardize how we predict disease outcomes and deliver care, so every Alport patient in Korea get a consistent, high-quality treatment. We are including 2 groups in this study. First, patients already diagnosed with Alport syndrome through genetic test or biopsy. About 500 people will be enrolled from the past record. Second, we will recruit around 1,000 patients who are suspected of having Alport syndrome, but haven't been confirmed yet. They'll receive the genetic test after IRB improved to help clarify their diagnosis. So here's what we have got planned. First, once we get the ILB improved, we will start enrolling patients into our ECRF for the retrospective cohort. Next, for the prospective arm, we will prioritize the genetic test kit distribution to hospital, especially for enrolled patients. We are also working on developing clinical guidelines, and we plan to present our findings at the KSN, KRCB in next year. There are some great example of educated program that focus on kidney genetics, like a Kidney Tracks, SuperX, and the CME course by the AKF and KDIGO webinars. Our genetic kidney disease groups in the Korean Society of Nephrology is planning to benchmarking these kinds of initiatives and develop a similar training program tailored to our local context. Our genetic kidney disease research group has already developed a clinical guideline for Alport syndrome, and that was just the beginning. Moving forward, we are planning to create a practical, evidence-based guideline for the range of the other inherited kidney diseases to support better diagnosis and care. Our group will be using the results from our genetic testing survey to shape future strategies. We are planning to address the key barriers like high cost, limited insurance coverage, and the needs for more education. This insight will help guide our effort to make genetic testing more accessible and useful in everyday clinical practice. Our group will be working closely with the patient and family to set the research prioritized together. We are planning to send out the survey, connect with the patient to the organization, and make sure their voice are part of the conversation. Their input will help shape future studies and advocate efforts in a really meaningful way. Our group is planning to expand the use of PEMNER-based NeXT NGS in clinical practice. It's becoming a key tool for diagnosing inherited kidney disease, improving detection in glomerular disorder, and helping us find the candidate genes in rare or undiagnosed cases. There will be really move us closer to precision nephrology. Our group is working to roll out national panel testing by making genetic testing more affordable and accessible. We'll focus on patients who are most likely to benefit, and we plan to use centralized diagnostic centers to handle testing and interpretation efficiently. It's a big step toward equitable and practical genetic care. Our group is planning to link up with the Rare Disease Registry and the International Consortium. By joining this network, we will be able to share data more effectively, access larger and more diverse patient groups, and build global partnerships that drive new discoveries and future treatment. Our group is teaming up with computational experts to improve how we interpret the genetic variant. We are using bioinformatics tools and AI-powered system to process genomic data, access the pathogenicity, and fine-tune our algorithm. This collaboration is helping us move toward the faster, more accurate genetic diagnosis. Our group is working to build a national framework for genetic counseling. We are developing standardized training program, expand professional capacity, and setting up the national certification pathways. The goal is to make sure more hospitals and clinics have access to qualified counselors who can support patients through genetic testing. Our group is working on creating a smooth and standardized transition process for patients moving from pediatric to adult care. That includes planning ahead, transferring important genetic information, and making sure medical care stays consistent through the entire transition. Our group is working closely with international partners like ERKNet and ISN Rare Kidney Disease Working Groups. By sharing data, joining collaborative research, and building stronger networks, we are aiming to improve care for patients with rare kidney disease, not just in Korea, but around the world. Our group is using organoid and iPSC models to better understand how specific genetic variants actually affect the kidney function. By creating patient-derived kidney cells in the lab, we can test how these variants behave and model the disease. This helps us move closer to targeted therapies based on each patient's genetic profiles. Our group is using CRISPR technology to create precise disease models. We start by identifying target genes, then design and deliver guide RNAs into kidney cells and organoids. From there, we can introduce a specific mutation and study how they affect kidney function, helping us better understand the disease and test new treatment. Our group is using multi-omics approaches like genomics, proteomics, and metabolomics to discover the new biomarkers. We collect samples, analyze the data across the different platforms, and look for the patterns that could predict the disease earlier or help guide treatment. It's all about moving toward more personalized care. Our group is focusing on finding real treatment targets in conditions like Alport syndrome and cystinosis. We are looking at the known pathway using multi-omics tools to discover new ones and working to get toward therapies that are actually actionable in the clinic. It's a big step toward the precision treatment for rare kidney disease. Our group is working to bring genetic red flags into everyday nephrology care. That means teaching clinicians how to spot things like the early onset CKD, family history, or unusual symptoms. So we can order the genetic test sooner, get clearer answers, and start personalized treatment plans earlier for our patient. Our group is moving toward a truly personalized treatment by identifying the exact gene variant causing disease. We can design therapies that actually match the biology of each patient. Whether it's a targeted medication or gene-based approaches, we are working to bring precision medicine into real-world kidney care. Our group is keeping a close eye on the gene-based therapy like ASO, AAV vectors, siRNA, and even mRNA. There are the cutting-edge tools being tested in clinical trial right now, and they have real potential to treat diseases like Alport syndrome or cystinosis at the genetic levels. It's an exciting time for kidney research. Our group needs to expand the testing. We are also thinking seriously about the ethics. Sometimes the tests reveal unexpected results, and we have to decide what to share. There are also real concerns about the insurance discrimination and how results affect the family members. So we are building clear, carefully policies to handle all of that responsibly. Our group is proposing reflex genetic testing for patients with CKD of unknown causes. If a standard tests don't explain the disease, we automatically move to a gene panel. This helps catch the hereditary conditions early, guide treatment, and give families the answers they need without extra delay. Our goal is building the scaffold AI tools to help interpret the genetic variant faster and more accurately. We are creating open source platform that doctors and researchers can actually use in real time. These tools make genetic data easily to understand, and that means quicker diagnosis and smarter treatment decision for patients. Our group is working hard to build solid education modules for both nephrology fellow and faculty. We are focusing on real-world genetic training, so people don't just understand the science, but know how to use it in clinic. It's about preparing the next generation to deliver precision kidney care. Our group is starting to bring the genomics into a clinical trial for kidney disease. By grouping the patient based on their genetic makeup, we can test the targeted treatment more effectively. It's a smarter, faster way to figure out what works, and it's setting the stage for truly personalized nephrology care. Our group is making sure data privacy stay a top priority. We are using a secured system, de-identifying patient info, and following all national ethics rules. It's not just about collecting data, it's about handling it responsibly, sharing it safely, and protecting our patient at every step of the way. Our group is setting up the solid framework to track outcomes specific to inherited kidney condition. We are talking about things like eGFR decline, proteinuria, quality of life, and even genetic markers. It's all about making sure we are measuring what truly matters for both patient and progress. Our group is pushing for better insurance coverage for genetic testing. We are working with policymakers, providers, and payers to make testing more affordable and routine. With better reimbursement, more patients can get early diagnosis and targeted treatment without worrying about the cost. This image presents the core idea behind the National Genetic Kidney Disease Register project. At the center, we see a doctor working a laptop that's connected to patient data, things like the kidney function, genetic information, and clinical record. Around the laptop are the icons showing cloud storage, DNA, and data analytics, all working together. It's about building a smart, connected system to collect, store, and analyze genetic kidney disease data so we can improve the diagnosis, research, and the patient care. Let's turn to the future direction. Our group is laying out a national research roadmap to move the kidney genomics forward. We are building the infrastructure, connecting researchers and clinics, and pushing for the policy support. The goal is simple: turn cutting-edge science into everyday care that truly helps the patients. Our group is teaming up with the government agencies and the non-profits to building a stronger funding models. It's not just about the money, it's about collaboration. We are combining resources, expertise, and advocacy to push kidney genomics toward and make sure no patient is left behind. Our goal is making sure patients aren't just the subject in the research, they are the partners. We are using prompts to track how they really feel and what matters the most in their day-to-day lives. Their voices are helping us shape a smarter, more compassionate kidney care from the ground up. Our group has made some big strides, like setting up the biobanks, creating national guidelines, and forming the patient court. These milestones give us the tools and the structure we need to move research forward and make a real difference in how we care for patients with inherited kidney conditions. As we look ahead, our genetic kidney disease research group is focused on the three big goals: broadening access to the genetic testing, building stronger collaboration access disciplines, and making a real impact in clinics. It's all about moving from the research to results that truly improve the patient care. Let's turn to the conclusion. Our vision and mission are to advance the understanding, diagnosis, and clinical care of inherited kidney disease through multidisciplinary collaboration, knowledge sharing, and continuous research. Ultimately, improve the outcomes and quality of life for patients and families affected by these rare disorders. Our goal is building a national framework, setting up the biobank, writing clinical guidelines, working with global partners, and pushing forward the precision medicine. All of this is about turning research into action and giving patients better, more personalized kidney care. Thank you for your attention.